here's the deal. We're going to cross hatch this pork butt. On the fat cap side, like this, like so, because supposedly then you get more seasoning in there and it's more aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing. That's what we'll call it. So once you got your butt hashed like that, and that's a big butt. Once you got it hashed like that, we're going to take some mustard, but not any mustard or normal. We're going to take honey Dijon. It's French is honey Dijon. In English, that means mustard. So that's what we're going to put on here. And it might not take a gosh awful lot, but you need to rub that in. Your Frenchies. Mustard. I actually knew a guy that was named Frenchie. Well, he wasn't named Frenchie, but we called him that. So, look at that. I mean, right there. This is going to be pulled pork action. So, like they always say, and you can use whatever seasoning you want. Duh. Like, who didn't know that? I mean, like, people are always like, and you don't have to use this seasoning, the one we make. Okay, well, maybe I do want to use it. I don't know. But tonight, we're using the Sweet Preacher Fire and Smoke Sweet Preacher pork rub. And we're just going to get this slathered, especially on the fat cap, because that's going to be beautiful. That's going to be so pretty, so pretty. So get you some right there. And if you gotta, just flip that butt over. You know, flip it, smack it, rub it down. Whatever you gotta do. Oh, God. This is bone-in, in case I haven't... Whoa, shit. In case I haven't mentioned that, this is a bone-in butt. Which, I mean, if anybody knows bone in the butt, that's the only way to go. You don't want to drop it like I just did, though. But like I said, this is a heavy girl. Now, my dog's out here. He critiques me. He critiques my every movement. But that's okay, because he's always a special guest. Whoa, buddy. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but his belly is going insane right now. But we're going to flip that over, because I want to get every side, every inch of this butt. Because when you're making the pulled poke, that is a big part of it. And I'm going to let this sweat overnight in the fridge. Probably uncovered. I don't know. We'll try that. Because, like, we're going to do that. Because, you know, a lot of people let their chicken set overnight, uncovered in the fridge, make that skin extra crispy. So we're going to see what happens when you do it to your butt. It might get that bark extra fancy. Because we're going to be doing this on the Kamado Joe. because we're gonna see what all those boys are about that are like, you can only do that on now offset. Well, I can use pure wood in my Kamado Joe too. So we'll see, and we'll be back. Tom Pope. See. Alrighty, check this out. The butt has been in the fridge all night, sweating. Look how wet she is. It's glistening. So I'm gonna get that smoker fired up, and then I'm gonna throw her in there. Probably with a little couple chunks of apple and whatnot. Look at that. So you can get that close up. That's pretty good bark. Good enough for me. That was 5 hours in at roughly 250, 275. That's also good enough for me. So now we're gonna, and I temped it. So we were at 170 roughly. So now I'm gonna put it in this dish and I'm gonna wrap it because we wanna catch all that au jus, all the pan drippings in there to use later for mixing it up. So I'm just gonna cut up a few little knobs of butter just to give it a little extra kick. Whoops, there it goes. There we go, a little extra kick with the butter. And we're gonna give it a little sticky fingers, sweet and smooth. And I'm not gonna pour it on it, I'm just gonna pour a little bit in there and a little bit in there, just so it mixes up with that au jus pan drippings. Now we're just gonna take some foil, wide foil. Oh God, of course I get the cheap stuff. And now it's just gonna keep ripping forever. All right, there we go. All right. That's all there is to her. Now I had a piece of, like I said, I had it at like 250, 270. I had a piece of pecan, a piece of mezquiet. Some people call it mesquite down south. Just 2 little pieces of wood of those each for the flavoring. And that's all she wrote. We're gonna throw her back in there. Let it do its thing. Wow. All right, here we are for the big pork butt, pulled pork reveal. I hope it looks as good as it smells. This has been a 7-hour cook, and it's been sitting here resting just as long enough as I can run to the liquor store and get me a few beers to wash her down with. Ooh. Got to get a little close up on that action. That's beautiful. Now this hard part might be getting it all pulled apart, because not only do I not have sufficient gloves, I don't have any tongy tongs to do it. But let's just get a gander at that real quick. Let's pull some of that apart and then see the Look at that smoke ring. I even gauged this. So I pulled it at 205. And look at all those au jus juices that this pork's just gonna soak up. Soak up like a sponge. Let's see where that bone's at. This was the bone-in butt. There she is. I bet I can grab that bone though. It ain't too hot. There you go. Look at that. I'm going to gnaw that meat off first here in a minute. I'll just gnaw it right now. Look. That's hot. God, that's killer right there. But it ain't near as good until you get it all mixed up in the buttery au jus sauce and whatnot. So let me get this all pulled apart, and then we'll fix and make a sandwich. Alrighty, there she is. I need better lighting out here. Like seriously. That'll be my next endeavor. But there it is. She looks beautiful and smells beautiful. Let's see if she tastes beautiful. And as always, got to do the dog taste test. So let's see what our Pope, the puppy taste tester, says. Oh yeah, he loves it. Now let me make a little sandwich real quick. Here we got our Hawaiian bread, because I think that goes awesome with pulled pork, or any kind of pork. I'll just get some of that. Throw her on there. Make her sloppy. And I'm going to use a little more of that Sticky Fingers Smokehouse. That's all she wrote. Let's get that out of the way. The taste test reaction. Hold on, buddy. You know what that tastes like? That tastes like summertime. Cookouts, barbecues, of course, drink. Get a little horn of that. Can't beat it. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, all that stuff. That wasn't the best video in the world, but you get the idea. See you later.